Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
For the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Green with a catch left side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
6-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
3rd and goal, Burrow. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Pass complete to
a 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Randy Bullock lining
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Mahomes on target there to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
There he goes right side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, 78 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
It's the score. Bengals 14, Chiefs 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Dunlap, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the 1st half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Giovanni Bernard.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
8-yard line.
Penny. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Henning. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
45-yard line.
The leading rusher for last year's national champs, LSU, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll set up a throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Complete to DeMarcus Robinson. A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 11.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Jordan Evans, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come over with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going. It's Finley. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Bernard, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Finley working out of the gun. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Finley. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Finley going to lead the Bengals up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll drop here to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Finley. Now Finley lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The tackle made.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power run.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
21, Bengals 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And
the goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 1st down throw for Finley. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Finley. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Mike Pennell, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
3rd and 15.
Finley here, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taco Charlton able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Pulled in at the 24. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Washington. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tedrick Thompson on the
ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Finley to throw it.
The 8-yard line.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Liking
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 24. Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a toss play to Bernard. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Finley sets to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. On the toss, Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy can flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Bullock good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
39-yard line.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
2nd and 11 now. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Past the 20.
You thought you had it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Finley on play action. Open man is Higgins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
First and goal.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tano Passanio able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A gain of 19.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Finley one more time. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
To number 85, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins there to make the grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Finley. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Bengals
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.